Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings to all respected guests. Today's forum will discuss the topic digital ethics, artificial intelligence and responsible technology use in line with the rapid growth of digital technology that now affects many areas of human life. When we talk about the digital world, many questions come to our minds. This leads to an important question such as, does the current development and use of AI pose a threat to digital ethics and the future of human? This question you may have will be discussed and answered in today's forum. So, it is hoped that this discussion will encourage critical thinking and increase awareness about the importance of using technology responsibly. But before we move further into the discussion, it would be good for us to first get to know the panelists who are joining us today. As the saying goes, to know someone is to appreciate them. With that, I would like to invite panelist 2. Panelist 1, to introduce herself, please.
Good morning everyone, my name is RINI ABDULLAH and I am passionate about digital ethics, AI and responsible technology use. And I am really glad to be part of this forum as panelist 1. Thank you.
Thank you, panelist 1. Next, I would like to invite panelist 2 to introduce herself, please.
Good morning to ladies and gentlemen. My name is FARHANAH BINTI ISMAIL and I am really truly honored to be part of this forum on digital ethics, artificial intelligence and responsible technology use. Thank you.
Wow, now we already know our panelists today. Now that we have been introduced to both panelists, let us proceed with today's forum discussions. Okay, I will begin by introducing what digital ethics is. Digital ethics, also known as digital moral philosophy, refers to the set of principles and values that guide behavior and decision making in the digital environment. It addresses questions of what is considered wrong, what considered right and wrong when using digital technologies, including the internet, social media platforms, artificial intelligence, and various other digital systems. Digital ethics covers a wide range of issues, from how personal information is managed to how individuals interact online. At its core, digital ethics examines the moral implications of actions taken in the digital world. This includes considering the consequences of sharing information, creating digital content, and engaging in online communication. It also involves assessing the design and implementation of technologies to determine the extent to which they align with ethical standards. For example, algorithms and artificial intelligence systems can make decisions that affect individuals or groups, raising questions about fairness, transparency, and accountability. Also, digital ethics is not limited to individual behavior. It applies to organizations, developers, and institutions that create or manage digital platforms. It provides a framework for understanding the responsibilities of those who design, implement, and interact with technology. By examining issues such as privacy, data security, intellectual property, and online conduct, digital ethics helps define the boundaries of acceptable behavior in an increasingly complex digital landscape. For overall, digital ethics serve as a guide for evaluating actions, choices, and practice in the digital reality. It encourages reflection on how technology is used, how decisions are made, and how the digital world shapes human behavior, social interactions, and social norms. Next, I would like to ask the panelist 1 about the importance of the digital ethics, please.
Thank you, moderator, for the questions. Good morning. Good morning to all panelists and to the moderator who highlighting such a fundamental issues for today's digital society. A warm greeting as well to my fellow panelists and everyone here today. It is an honor to be part of this forum and to share my perspective as panelist one. Thank you. To begin with, I would like to discuss the importance of digital ethics, especially in the age of artificial intelligence. What is the importance of digital ethics? So, digital ethics is important because it guides how digital technologies, particularly AI, should be developed and used responsibly. In today's world, technology is no longer just a supporting tool. It actively influences decisions in education, employment, healthcare, finance, and even public communication. AI systems help decide who gets a job interview, how students are assessed, and which information people see online. Without ethical guidance, AI systems may prioritize speed, efficiency, or profit while ignoring fairness, accountability, and respect for human dignity. This can lead to unfair treatment, discrimination, and harm to individuals or communities. Digital ethics also ensures that technological progress remains human-centered and socially responsible. It reminds us that technology should serve people, not control or disadvantage them. In addition, digital ethics also plays a key role in building public trust. When people believe that digital systems are transparent, fair, and accountable, they are more willing to use them with confidence. However, when technology operates without clear ethical standards, it can create fear, resistance, and misuse. As a result, even advanced technologies may fail to benefit society fully. Therefore, ethics should not be viewed as a barrier to innovation, but as a foundation for sustainable and responsible technological growth. For example, in education nowadays, AI systems are increasingly used to monitor students' performance, behavior, and attendance. While these systems actually can provide useful data to support learning, unethical use may lead to excessive monitoring, unfair labeling, or biased academic judgment. This can negatively affect students' emotional well-being and reduce their motivation to learn. Such cases show that technology, no matter how advanced, must be guided by ethical values. This example clearly demonstrates that technological capability alone is not enough without ethical boundaries. In conclusion, digital ethics is essential because it ensures that technological development respects human values, promotes fairness, and supports social responsibility rather than focusing only on technical efficiency. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, panelist 1. Thank you for a detailed explanations. As we have heard from panelist 1, it can be concluded that digital ethics are very important in our life. So next, I would like to ask panelist 2. In your opinion, what are the consequences of ignoring digital ethics, please?
Thank you to the moderator. Good day and thank you to the respected moderator for giving me this opportunity to speak. In today's rapidly evolving digital era, technology has become deeply embedded in our daily lives. Therefore, discussing how we use it ethically and responsibly is not only relevant but essential for the sustainability of our society. To begin with, ignoring digital ethics can lead to several serious consequences. One of the most significant effects is the erosion of trust in digital platforms. When personal data is misused, leaked, or exploited without consent, users begin to feel unsafe and skeptical about technology. For example, numerous data breaches involving social media, and online services have caused people to hesitate before sharing personal information. As a result, trust between users, organizations, and technology providers gradually deteriorates, weakening the overall credibility of digital systems. Another major effect of neglecting digital ethics is the rapid spread of misinformation. Without ethical responsibility, individuals may share false or misleading content without verifying its accuracy. This is particularly dangerous during sensitive situations, such as public health crises or political events where fake news can cause panic, confusion, and social division. Consequently, society becomes increasingly vulnerable to manipulation, making it difficult for individuals to distinguish between reliable information and false narratives. So, in addition, ignoring digital ethics can encourage cyberbullying and online harassment. The anonymity provided by digital platforms often leads some individuals to behave irresponsibly, spreading hate speech and engaging in online shaming or bullying others. For instance, students who experience cyberbullying may suffer from emotional distress, low self-esteem, and declining academic performance. So, therefore, without ethical awareness, digital spaces can become harmful environments that negatively affect mental and emotional well-being. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the clear explanations, panel 1, about the consequences of ignoring digital ethics. In my point of view, if there are negative impacts, it is important that measures are taken to address them. So with that, may I ask panelist 1 to share her views on the possible steps that can be taken to ensure AI is used ethically and responsibly, please.
Thank you, moderator, for the question that you give me. In my opinion, ensuring that AI is used ethically and responsibly requires a clear and balanced approach involving transparency, regulation, human oversight, and ethical awareness. Firstly, transparency and accountability must be built into AI systems. Users should understand how AI makes decisions, what data is being used, and who is responsible for the outcomes. When systems are transparent, mistakes can be identified and corrected more easily. Secondly, strong data protection is necessary because AI relies heavily on personal and sensitive information. Clear rules must be enforced to protect privacy and prevent misuse of data. Thirdly, human oversight is crucial, especially in high-risk areas such as healthcare, education, and law enforcement. AI should support human decision-making, but not replace it completely. This is because humans must always remain responsible for final decision. Beyond technical measures, ethical awareness must also be developed. So, developers should be trained to consider ethical issues during system design. Users should be educated to question and critically evaluate AI-generated outputs instead of accepting them blindly. Policymakers also play an important role by creating laws and regulations that ensure AI operates in line with social values. For instance, in healthcare nowadays, AI can analyze large amounts of medical data to detect disease at an early stage. However, doctors must carefully interpret AI recommendations and remain accountable for final decisions. This prevents over-reliance on technology and ensures patient safety. This example shows that ethical AI depends on cooperation between technological efficiency and human judgment. To conclude with, AI can only be considered ethical and responsible when transparency, data protection, human control, and ethical education work together as an integrated system. That's all from me.
Thank you, panelists too. Thank you for your clear explanations. I am totally agree with your opinion about the possible steps that can be taken to ensure AI is used ethically and responsibly. I hope this step can be used and carried out by all groups of society. Moving on to the next question that may be very disturbing to AI users. Panelists 2, in your opinion, is AI more helpful or threatening to the future of human? May you give your opinion, please?
So, moving on to the second question. In my opinion, the use of artificial intelligence is more helpful than threatening, particularly in the field of education. So, when implemented responsibly, AI has the potential to significantly enhance the learning experience. So, AI-powered educational tools can personalize learning by analyzing students' abilities, learning best, and also areas of difficulty. This allows teachers to provide more targeted support, ensuring that no student is left behind. So, for example, intelligent tutoring system can offer additional practice and feedback tailored to individual needs, which improves learning outcomes. Furthermore, AI can reduce teachers' administrative workload by automating tasks such as grading, attendance tracking, and also a data analysis. This enables educators to focus more on meaningful teaching, critical thinking, and student engagement. However, AI may become a threat if it used without ethical guidance. Over-reliance on AI for completing assignments can discourage independent thinking and creativity among students. Hence, the real challenge lies not in the existence of AI itself, but in how responsible and ethically it is integrated into the education system. So that's all from me.
Thank you, panelists too. Wow, it's a great and fabulous opinion. I personally agree with the idea that AI is more helpful than threatening in education. As us know, AI can really improve learning by personalizing lessons to match each student's pace and needs. It can also reduce teachers' workload by handling grading, attendance, and data analyzing, give teachers more time to focus on teaching and student engagement like what panelists say. However, I think AI can also be risked if overused. Students might rely on it too much, which could hurt independent thinking and creativity. Plus, ethical misuse or unequal access to AI tools could create new problems in education. Above all, in my opinion, AI should be used as a support tool, not a replacement for teachers. Human guidance is still essential for motivations, critical thinking, and social skills, areas where AI can fully step in. So, while AI has huge potential, its impact depends on how responsibly it used. Now, it's the time I am going to share with all of you about the risks and challenges in using AI. First and foremost, one of the main challenges of using AI is the high cost and advanced technological requirements. Developing and maintaining AI system demands powerful hardware, specialist software, and trained experts. For instance, small business may struggle to invest in AI for a big data analysis, limiting their competitive potential. Other than that, cybersecurity risks are also significant. AI systems can be targeted by attacks that manipulate input data to produce incorrect outcomes. For example, autonomous vehicles could be hacked to alter their routes, or sensor could be disabled. Moreover, job displacement poses a social risk. AI-driven automations may replace human workers, particularly in manufacturing or routine service roles. Furthermore, ethical and accountability issues present another major challenge. When AI makes harmful decisions, it is difficult to determine responsibly. For instance, an AI system providing an incorrect medical diagnosis raises legal and moral concerns. Indeed, this risk emphasizes that AI deployment requires regulations, oversight, and high-quality data to ensure its benefits are safe and equitable. Before ending my piece, I would like to share about what it means to be responsible in using or while use technology. When we talk about using technology responsibly, it's more than just knowing how to operate devices or apps. It means using digital tools in a safe, ethical, and thoughtful way while considering how our action affects ourselves, others, and society. For example, it involves protecting personal data, avoiding the spread of fake or misleading information, and making sure technology isn't misused to cause harm. Being responsible also means being aware of social and environmental impacts like reducing unnecessary energy use or digital waste. In practical terms, it could be as simple as checking information before sharing, using strong passwords, keeping software updated, and encouraging positive online behavior. It's also about balance, making sure we don't rely too much on technology at the expense of real-life interactions to our mental health. Ultimately, responsible technology use is about thinking ahead, acting ethically, and being mindful in everything we do online so that technology benefits us all without unintended harm. So before we end our forum today, I would like to ask panelist 1 to share with us a little bit about the example of misuse of technology that often occur in society, and what are the negative effects if technology is used without ethics and control from panelist 2. Please, panelist 1, we start from you.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for voicing such an important concern in our digital society. Okay, from my point of view, despite its many benefits, technology is often misused in ways that harm individuals, damage social relationships, and also weaken public trust. One common form of misuse is the spread of misinformation and disinformation, especially through AI-generated content. False information can spread quickly online and influence public opinion. And the other serious issue is the violation of privacy, including unauthorized data collection, online harassment, and misuse of personal images. These actions can also cause emotional distress, reputational damage, and long-term psychological effects. In addition, algorithmic bias is a less visible but serious problem. When AI systems are trained using biased data, they may reinforce stereotypes and discrimination without users realizing it. This can affect job opportunities, access to services, and social inclusion, which this may widen existing social inequalities. A clear example is the misuse of deepfake technology to create fake videos or audio recordings. This can be used to spread false information, commit fraud, or damage someone's reputation. Such misuse shows how powerful technology can become dangerous when ethical responsibility is ignored. In summary, the misuse of technology highlights the urgent need for strong digital ethics, effective regulation, and responsible behavior from all members of society. That's thank you.
It's okay.
That's all from me. Thank you.
Now it's your turn, panelist 2. Let's start.
Alright, so for the last question, the use of technology without ethics and proper control can result in serious negative impacts. One such impact is the loss of privacy and the abuse of surveillance. Without clear regulations, personal data can be collected, monitored, or sold without users' awareness or consent. Excessive digital surveillance may be misused to manipulate behavior or restrict personal freedom, which ultimately threatens individual rights and autonomy. Another negative consequence is moral and social decline. When technology is prioritized over ethical values, human empathy and social interaction may be neglected. Excessive and unethical use of technology can reduce face-to-face communication, weaken interpersonal relationships, and diminish moral responsibility. So, over time, this may create a society that is technologically advanced but ethically fragile. So, in conclusion, technology itself is not inherently harmful. Rather, the absence of digital ethics and responsible use poses the real dangers. By promoting ethical awareness, proper regulation, and responsible technology use, we can ensure that digital advancements and AI continue to benefit humanity rather than threaten our future. So thank you once again to the moderator, and thank you all of your kind attention.
Okay, thank you very much for the sharing just now. You have give a clear explanations. The ideas you share are very helpful and give us more knowledge and open our minds. As the sharing ends, I will now close our forum for the day. Remember, a little learning is a dangerous thing, so let us keep learning every day. I hope we can meet again in the next forum, and I'm glad to be here today. Thank you.